Hello everyone, this is Ronald Kagape, your deal-making coach. In this video, I'd like to share the 3 rock-solid reasons to invest in real estate. A lot of us invest because we have a reason, we have a purpose. We invest to grow our money so that we can buy our dream home or send the kids to school, send them to good schools, travel the world, or maybe to retire comfortably. Well, this is my primary reason. I want to be able to retire comfortably, healthy, and enjoy life after retirement. And to this end, we try to invest in different investment vehicles. But how do people really invest? Let me use this story or this metaphor or parable, if you may, of the three little pigs. And we know the story, a lot of you know the story of the three little pigs. Three brothers decided they wanted to live on their own. One brother, one little pig, decided to build a house made of straw. Another decided to build a house made of sticks, and then the third one decided to build a house made of bricks. The big bad wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house made of straw down. He blew it down quite easily, and the little pig ran away. He did the same to the house made of sticks. He blew the house down after he huffed and puffed. But no matter how he tried to huff and puff, he could not bring the house made of bricks. But um, he was smart. He was um, he tried to find a way. He went up the roof and into the chimney. But the third little pig, was smart. As when he sensed that the wolf was going down the chimney, he prepared a hot boiling pot of water for the big bad wolf to land on. So, what can we learn from this story or from this parable? First is there are wolves out there. You have to understand that when it comes to making money or investments, there are bad wolves out there who are out to take your money, to scam you of your hard earned money. Uh, on this side over here is Manuel Amalillo. He was the founder or chief executive officer of the Aman Futures Group, which was exposed as a Ponzi scheme. Down here is actually a former vice president of the Philippine Stock Exchange for stock market education, and he also ran away with investors' money, millions in pesos of investors' money. And then one of the most, I guess, in the 1990s, one of the most notorious and one of the first to implement a multi-level investment scam or a pyramiding scam is Rose Balajai, okay, of Multitel. Some of the older folks may remember or may be familiar with that company, Multitel. Some of you, those who are younger, maybe not. You can ask those who are older about that company. But these three wolves, the sad part is they just really they don't just run away with your money. They even have uh, their actions may even cause tragedy in your family, just like what happened to this guy here. His wife invested in one of these scams. Um, she invested their retirement money, the savings that they worked hard for a long time. They essentially worked their entire life to save up that money for retirement. And when his wife invested it in one of these scams, obviously it got lost. She was heartbroken and took her life. She committed suicide. So this poor man here, lost not just his money, but also his beloved wife. So you need to be careful when you are investing. You need to be on the lookout for these wolves who are just out to get your money. And because of that, some people have decided to do investing on their own. They decided to take matters into their own hands and heard about the stock market. And the stock market is a great place to invest in. It is one of the best ways to grow your money without you doing anything. Well, without you doing anything actually. So the growth is is possibly phenomenal if you buy the right stocks. The only problem is you cannot rely on stock market investing alone for retirement. For example, if you started to invest in 1985 and say you'll be retiring you'll be retiring in a couple of years, like maybe 20 years or so. So you'd be retiring 2005, somewhere over here. Now, midway to your investing journey, 1997, 12, 10, 11, 12 years, this was the heyday of your investment. And then all of a sudden from 1997 and then in the next 7 years, the market crashes all the way down, okay, losing you more than half of your retirement income from its highest point. You still made money from this point up to this point, but yeah, if you had planned to retire at around this point with this amount of money already in mind, you would have probably lost your mind when the market crashed. So volatility, there is volatility in the stock market. That's something that you cannot control. That's something that you cannot control. Um, so you need to be careful when you are investing in the stock market. Uh, you cannot just rely on the stock market for your retirement income. Okay, so volatility leads to uncertainty. You have no control on how the market will work. And because of that, some people react on the extreme end. They buy fixed benefit pension funds, you buy life insurance policies with a fixed investment or fixed investment component. Now, the problem with fixed benefit plans is it falls inflation. So let's just say you bought a plan for 1 million pesos or 2 million pesos and inflation strikes. Over the next 10, 20 years, that 1 million pesos would no longer be worth, the 1 million pesos 20 years from now would be worth less than the 1 million pesos today. So again, you have no control when you invest in a fixed benefit plan, and the value of that plan will get eaten up by inflation. So of course the question now is, where should you invest, right? It doesn't look like a win-win situation. Of course, I'm biased. I'd encourage you to invest in the most stable investment on earth. Invest in real estate. Okay? It doesn't have to be your only investment, but it should serve as one of the backbones or one of the biggest chunks of your investment portfolio. You can invest in vacant land. You can invest in a house and lot, in a condo, or in a townhouse complex or a multi-unit complex. But whatever it is, make sure that you have investment real estate in your portfolio. But why invest in real estate? There are a lot of reasons, but for this video, let me just focus on 3. Okay. First is safety of capital. When you put your money in real estate, you can be assured that that investment is safe. You will not, it's very difficult to lose a property due to theft. It's very difficult to lose a property from a scammer as long as you hold on to your title. the money that you put into real estate will stay there, okay? And it will not get eaten by inflation because real estate appreciates in value over time. Plus, you have control of the investment, just like this little pig was able to react against the big bad wolf trying to come into his house. Since he owns the house, he can do anything inside that house. If there is, uh, for example, if there's a crisis of for one reason or another, you can always have your property rented out. If there are no renters, you can have the rooms rented out for a lower price. There will always be people who will rent a property uh, to fit their budget. So you can always lower the price of your rental, or you can make certain portions only of your property available for them so that they don't have to pay a lot of money. You can furnish the property, you can remodel the house, you have control. So if something happens, you can always react to the market because you control the investment. Unlike, say, a stock market, unlike a stock or an insurance plan, something happens, the only thing you can do is you can just sell the property. Imagine this, even if you eat in Jollibee every day, you will not be able to move the price or the stock price of Jollibee up. You will not be able to convince Tony Tan, Kaktiong to give you higher dividends just because you eat in Jollibee every day. Okay, but with the property that you own, you have control. And this is, I guess, a graph that shows why I love real estate so much. The green, the blue line, the almost horizontal or constant blue line here is your amortization graph. So over 10, 15, 20 years, your amortization will stay constant. And in fact, when your term is over, your amortization will even drop to zero. However, your rent, the rental income that you can get from your property will increase over time. So say if in year one you're only renting it out for 10,000 pesos, then after 20 years, that same property can be already rented out for 25,000 pesos. And that's because of inflation. Inflation is your friend when you are a real estate investor. Okay? Your passive income increases in value when you invest in real estate. And that's why I believe real estate is the perfect retirement vehicle, because as you can see in this next graph, this red line represents your expenses. So as your expenses move up because of inflation, your rental income also moves up. Okay, this is passive income that you get month per month. Okay, so it moves up, it goes up the same way as your expenses go up. So even if you're already retired, um, even if you don't do any work, as long as you have a good supply of investment real estate, then you're covered for retirement. Even if your medicine cost or medicine expenses go up, that's okay. You still have passive income that is increasing even as you grow older. Okay. So just to give you a concrete example, in the 1980s, a 240 square meter house in Better Living, Parañaque, can be bought for only 150,000 to 170,000 pesos. Okay, this is data from a developer who has been building houses in Better Living. So in the 1980s, this was the selling price of a bungalow, a 240 square meter lot with a bungalow in Better Living, Parañaque. The rental rate could have been anywhere between 500 to 700. So I don't have data over the rental rate. This is just a guess, but it's a pretty well-educated guess. Okay. In the 2010s, at the beginning of this decade, to buy a bungalow in Better Living, same bungalow, same lot area, 240 square meters, you would have to shell out 4 million to 5 million. Maybe that's even a conservative estimate. It could be even higher. Okay. A lot of houses in Better Living are no longer bungalows. They're already two-story. So you may even be hard-pressed to find a house, an old bungalow selling at 4 to 5 million. And you can rent the same house, you can rent out the same house for 18,000 to 25,000 pesos. Okay. So can you imagine that? Property values grew 3,000, more than 3,000 percent, while rental rates grew more than 5,000% over the last 30 plus years. And that's why I love real estate. You can make money forever from real estate. Okay? That's why these pigs are happy, because they invested in a safe investment. Your capital is safe with real estate. You have control over the investment. You beat inflation. The passive income goes up over time. The capital values go up over time, and there are even more reasons, um, not just these three. Okay. But the best time to invest in real estate was 20 years ago. Just like this Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So it's very, very similar to real estate. Best time to buy real estate was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So if you have not yet invested in real estate, or if you're thinking of investing in real estate now, then I suggest you do it as soon as possible. But before you do that, I would encourage you to sign up to my VIP list, www.dealmakerblog.com/coaching-VIP. Sign up um, in that link and get real estate investing strategies for free when I launch my free training videos on real estate investing. Okay, again, it's free. Be also the first to know when I open up the Real Estate Dealmaker Coaching Program for enrollment. So this has been Ron Kagape. I hope you learned something from this video, and I'm wishing that may your deals push through.